Hey gorgeous humans, it's Leonie, and yes, I am wearing a fucking pineapple hat. Thank you for recognizing that. And hot tip, I actually live near a tourist attraction called the Big Pineapple. So we've got that going for us. Today I wanted to talk to you about something. What was it? Oh, yes. Okay, how I managed to make $10 million in revenue in the span of my business and only work 10 hours a week, because I've only ever worked part-time hours in my business. I've never had the luxury of working full-time. So my first tip is get yourself a baby that cries all the time and needs you to be there 24/7, because that'll really fucking force you to have a business that makes money without your effort. Failing that, you need to kind of like give yourself a crying baby and reduce your fucking work hours, because then that's what happens is that you work out what's going to make me a lot of money and not take as much time, because all the stuff that's the time wasting shit you're going to have to get rid of because you just don't have time for it. You've got to think about Pareto's principle. So Pareto was the Italian economist that discovered that 20% of Italy's population owned 80% of the land mass. And yeah, sure, let's absolutely talk about capitalism and white supremacy. But he took out that number and realized that it went into a whole bunch of other realms as well. So, for example, 20% of his pea plants in his garden created 80% of his harvest. When you look at crime, 80% of crime is caused by 20% of criminals. Even Microsoft found that when they solved the top 20% of bugs, it fixed 80% of the crashes in their system. So that 20% of a population causing 80% of the results is the really hot tip important thing here. And so you have to take that and look at it in your own business, right? What's the 20% of things that you do that create 80% of your income? And then start fucking murdering all the rest of the shit that doesn't really give you results. That's what you actually have to do, is stop looking at shit that doesn't bring you results and just look at the shit that gives you results instead, and kind of being ruthless about it. So for me, I always have to keep culling my unimportant tasks, and I even have a little list, a post-it note on my desk, and it says, if I could only work 2 hours a week in my business, what are the 3 things that I would do during that time? And I keep that beside me. And those tasks will change absolutely from business to business and from time to time. But it's really keeping the focus on, okay, if I could only do those things, like some things, what would be the most important ones? So write those fucking things down and start adhering to it and start killing off the unimportant shit and just do the shit that actually gives you results. You're welcome. I hope you have a pineapple-y kind of day, and let's go make some magic happen. But, not overwork. No, fuck that.